Hello everyone, this is Brian from Jank Fuzzball. We are back for day 11 of the 12 days of dollar packs, and this is Christmas Eve. So tomorrow is Christmas. If you celebrate, I hope you and your family have a wonderful holiday. I know my kids are here. We might hear them. My son, as we speak, is up gaming online with some friends, and he's a loud kid. So we'll see if some of that shakes down into the recording. But I'm looking forward to spending today and tomorrow with them and some of our local family, crossing our fingers about being responsible in terms of that. But please stay safe. I know that many of you have dealt with COVID in very direct ways, unfortunately. So I hope everyone on your end is safe and healthy, and we can make it through the last few weeks of 2020 and ease into 2021, hopefully a little more upbeat than this year has been. So we will see. In terms of the 12 days of dollar packs, we only have 2 packs left. Here they are. Both Way of the Force. We're going to open one today, and then I'll be back on Christmas Day to open the last pack, so it should be pretty exciting. And then I'll record one after that to kind of wrap it up. This has been a lot of fun, at least for me. Thank you for those of you that have been following along. But I've really enjoyed opening the packs, talking about the cards. Simple things like this help rekindle my love for this game. Star Wars Destiny is such a fun game. I'm very, very grateful to have found it. And I still enjoy playing it very, very much. So there we have it. All right, we have 2 packs. Let's go with this one. So I'm going to toss this one aside. And let's see what we get. All right, here we are, day 11. Oh, man. A little bit of a bummer. I was just thinking that it would be great if we didn't have any repeats. But there it is, our second Executioner. We've talked about him. The good news is now I have 2. That's 8 points apiece. I could run 2 at 16 character points. I still have 14 points left over for someone else. So yeah, I don't know. But we've gone over him. If for any reason you don't have any Executioners, I know someone that now has a pair that I already have plenty. So if you're lacking Executioner, hit me up. Let's discuss. But we don't need to cover that too much. You can see 1x, 2x, 2x for a pay, 1 resource, 2 blanks. You can see over there, and it's fine. I'm happy to pull another character. It's another red dice, so that's always that's our leader in the clubhouse with 1 day to go. But it is another character. It's not even an elite character, right? I mean, it's an uncommon, not an uncommon. It is a non-unique character, so you can't even run these with 2 dice, unlike some of the CM characters that came out. But there you have it, another Executioner. Let's hope the other cards can uplift this pack. The uncommon is Art of War. Wow, that's actually an interesting pull. I have 1 card of this. I have 1 copy of this uncommon, but I've never played it. But I'm interested in it. So you can see we have Art of War. It is a 2-cost red villain event. Spot a red character to reveal an opponent's hand. And then for each card just revealed, remove a die showing a value that is equal to that card's cost. So some trickery here, right? It's going to cost you 2. So you have to have a red character and you get to reveal their hand. But for each card just revealed, so if you reveal 3 or 4 or 5, remove a die showing a value that is equal to that cost. Notice, you have to do this. You have to remove a die. So if you have dice in the pool and, they cannot, or for whatever reason, let's say you have a die with a value of 2 and they do not, and one of their cards costs 2, well, it's your die that gets removed. So you really need to be very strategic in terms of how to play this. I have not included it in a lot of decks, but this certainly gets me interested in it. I think, anything that's kind of Thrawn is certainly an ambitious style of play, right? When you're trying to outthink your opponent and whatnot. I think this is a really interesting card. I've only had 1 copy, so I've never really thrown it in. But now, who knows? Maybe I'll throw a couple in there to see. It could be a really nice removal, and it gives you hand knowledge. So if you follow that up with other cards that can pick things from the hand, that might be pretty useful. So not altogether displeased with this uncommon, Art of War. Now let's look at our commons. Quell. All right, so it's a 2-cost gray neutral event. You can see remove all of an opponent's dice showing indirect damage. So super situational. If they have ranged or melee out there, this is going to do nothing. But if they have some indirect, then I'll do it. You're spending 2 Man, any of those sound really, really dicey. So, I mean, there's gray removal that target melee damage. There's gray removal that targets range, and this is the example of gray removal that targets indirect. Man, I just don't know if you can confidently run that, wanting to spend your allotment of resources for the turn, to remove indirect. If you had the foresight, knowing what you're playing against, maybe. But if you're just building a deck to go out there and take care of business, I just don't know that you play that. The fourth card, Well Armed. There you go. So we've seen this before on the 12 Days of Dollar Packs. It is another red villain. So here we are. We have quite a bit of villain showing up. Choose a weapon from your hand and play it, decreasing its cost by the number of weapons on one of your characters. So not total weapons, but number of weapons on a singular character, and then you can reduce its cost. You're going to pay one, but you're going to get a little bit of a discount. So assuming you're trying to play something that is larger than that, then it may be good value. Again, haven't really played it a lot. Haven't really played that. Definitely haven't played that. Haven't played that. I'm not saying they're terrible cards. This one's not great, but I need to lean in. And here we are, Christmas Eve, our last card, our last common to discuss. Opening Volley. Oh, now I've totally played this before. Let's look at that. It's another 2 cost, really expensive pack. 2, 2, 1, 2. But it is a red villain. Wow, that is a whole lot of red villainy right there. But Opening Volley says, play only if this is the first action of this round. No player has taken any action. Deal 3 indirect damage to an opponent. So you spend your allotment of resources, you spend 2, bam, you hit them for 3. They can distribute that how they want, but it still just launches that opening volley at them at the start of a round. So in order for this to work, you need to have control of the battlefield. You think about something like Commander Pyre. Commander Pyre is a really interesting character out of CM. And, he obviously wants you to take control of the battlefield. Or you play with troopers, such as our Executioner over here. And there are plenty of cards that, if you spot a trooper, allow you to take control of the battlefield. That's pretty good. And so you're spending 2, you're getting 3. Sometimes people will argue that's not the best value. You're hoping to get 2 damage per resource spent. So that doesn't quite pass that test. But I still enjoy, if you can put this card down, it's kind of fun because it just kind of slams in. Now it spends your money. So, you're done after that unless you can produce some more resources. But it is a nice thing just to do it. Super situational, though. It has to be the very first action of the round, not your first action, but the first action. So if you're not on the play, if they have the battlefield, you can't play this. Even, as long as they take an action, as long as your opponent takes an action, then that nullifies you being able to play this card. So, wow, what a strange pack. Beautiful pack in terms of red. A lot of fun things. I would totally run with Executioner. I would probably run that. Probably not so much. If you're spending your money on other ways, you're not going to be loading up. But those 3 cards, I think I would totally throw something together with that. Okay, so minor letdown in terms of pulling the same card twice. The good news is, it gives us 2 Executioners. So we can build a deck around that. It gives us 14 character points. We could throw something together, and you would have 2 different Executioners with their 8 health apiece. It's a start. So I like the Executioner. I mentioned that last time we pulled it. I have plenty so far, so I don't necessarily need more. And honestly, I was hoping to pull something else, but it could have been way worse, right? It could have been another thermal detonator or something else. That's not as exciting as play. It's a character, and characters give you versatility in deck building, which is always great. This is it. Tomorrow is Christmas. Tomorrow is the 12th and final day of 12 Days of Dollar Packs. So I want to thank you again for following along. We got one more crack, one more pack. Will it be another legendary? Will we somehow find a legendary? At this point, I'm thinking it won't be, but you never know. I'll be excited to do that. Have a very Merry Christmas if you celebrate the season. If not, I hope you're enjoying the closeout of 2020. It feels good, at least to be almost done with it and to move on. So we will see you tomorrow for the 12 Days of Dollar Packs. Thanks a lot.